That's not where Versailles is. No.
More of Dracula's Grand Tour of Europe. Off to Germany, Reese.
Oh god, what are they going to do with the maps now?
The munitions factory.
Well, at least they haven't put a specific location within Germany.
What, you mean that one building that's in the background of all the war movies? By which, of course, I do mean the Reichstag.
That's not the Reichstag.
It's not that the Reichstag...
This building right there, that's not the Reichstag.
No. I mean, like, in war movies, you always, like, whenever you watch a World War II movie and they have to do an establishing shot, they always put the Reichstag with the Nazi banners on it in the background.
Of course, they call it the Bundestag now. Everyone who is in a German-speaking country knows it as the Reichstag. But of course, they call it the Bundestag for political reasons.
Well, yeah, because they don't want to associate it with past events.
There's that, and that Germany isn't a Reich anymore. It's a federation. It's a Bund, so they call it the Bundestag, as opposed to the Reichstag.
How are you spelling that? Sorry, is it B-N-B-U-N-D-T?
No, B-U-N-D-E-S-T-A-G, Bundestag.
Okay, because I was going to say Bund's a type of cake, but okay, no, that's completely different.
Yeah, Bund is any kind of union or federal union.
Okay. Honestly, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they named their government after a cake, considering they've got an entire country allegedly named after donuts, if you're, whichever fucking president it was that's... Ronald Reagan?
Oh, Ich bin ein Berliner.
Yeah. Was that Reagan?
No, I think it was Kennedy.
Fuck, okay.
Either way, everybody loves to be clever and say, ha 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 ha, he said, I'm a donut. Nobody in Berlin thought that.
Ich bin ein Berliner? Yes. Ich bin you Berliner? Nein.
When he said, Ich bin ein Berliner, everybody in the crowd understood exactly what he meant. No one thought he said donut. For one good reason. Because people have been told that Berliner means donut. Not in Berlin. They don't call donuts Berliner in Berlin itself. They call them Pfannkuchen.
Which is even more confusing, but okay.
It literally means pancake.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what do they call the pancakes then? Berliners?
No, I think they also call them Pfannkuchen. But in Berlin specifically, it's a regional thing. They call donuts Pfannkuchen.
Oh, fuck.
So, when he said Ich bin ein Berliner, everybody understood what he meant. There was no confusion. It's just the Germanic suffix er denoting something of an area.
Ah.
For example, Englander, in the phrase Little Englander, which is pretty much the only time you hear that suffix being used now. Or you hear Londoner in English.
Just on this train of thought with the suffix er, is Germany where sausage is being called Frankfurters comes from? Or is Frank... Because I always wondered if it was Germany or like if Frankfurt was supposed to be a specific brand of sausage.
No, it's the city of Frankfurt. There's a kind of sausage that comes from Frankfurt, hence Frankfurter.
Okay, makes sense. Oh, John's in the chat. Good. I love the fact that this fucking munitions factory is populated by skeletons.
For the same... Sorry, go ahead.
I don't even think the skeletons are part of Dracula's army. I think that Germany just started, like, drafting the dead in. Oh. It's the second coming of the Second Reich, Reese.
Oh, for God's sake.
Or the first coming of the Third Reich, depending on how you're counting.
Yeah, for the same reason, also, the etymology of burger or hamburger. There's obviously, as you're a child, you think, where's the ham? Why do they call it a hamburger? Where's the ham? No, ultimately, the iteration of that comes from the city of Hamburg, Germany.
And on that note, I'd like the engineers to put the Wolfenstein clip in post, please.
Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter? Ja, ein Hotdog.
We're gonna get to that at some point, don't you worry. Any other interesting trivia about Germany you'd like to share before we get out of this?
Not at this moment in time, although I'm sure you'll pick my brains for another piece of trivia. I'm not intended about picking brains and the dead and everything like that.
Oh look, Reese, it's Frankenstein's monster. I've definitely checked this time. It is him, not Dracula.
Oh, I will also say on the map they're closer than than we ought to give them credit for. Well, sorry.
Was
They
Frankenstein's
are
monster
closer than they
German?
otherwise have been, because there's an industrial region in Germany called the Ruhrgebiet, and the map where they say this factory is just north of that.
Neat.
Carry on.
No, was Frankenstein's monster German? Like,
I think it was French, wasn't it?
why the fuck is he in a munitions factory in Germany again? Reese, this is completely inaccurate historically.
Or am I thinking of Quasimodo?
No, you're you're thinking Quasimodo.
Because I know that in one of them, the character hides in the roof and listens to the conversation as a family to learn French. I can't remember if that's Frankenstein or Quasimodo.
I'm pretty sure that's Quasimodo. Because he lives in the roof of the bell tower. Trust the French to do casual necromancy, Reese.
Why of all people would the French do casual necromancy?
Because they're spiky and a bit French.
Spike's got to do with anything.
I don't know. All of Europe, you must not do necromancy, and the French are just like, we're not gonna. We're gonna create Frankenstein's monster. Oh, God. Ah, yes, Germany, with its massive floating gears. Sorry, was there a specific castle that you thought that was in the background, by the way?
No, because it doesn't look like Neuschwanstein. Not really.
So what, you think it's like a hybrid of two castles, or just like a generic one they've made?
I think it just looks like a generic castle in southern Germany.
Fair enough. Sorry, just figured it might be a specific one because of that tower on the far right.
Oh, we're not talking about the far right in Germany, are we?
True. Let's drop that topic before we get banned from German Twitch. Oh, God.
German Twitch.
Yeah, German Twitch. A lot of censorship on there.
I didn't really see a lot of censorship when I was in Germany. Obviously, they would come down like a ton of bricks if you were pirating things. But there was some mug who taught English in a different cohort who was fined up the arse for piracy. Because he had something like Pirate Bay, and he downloaded a film. The state found out, and he got severely fined.
Oh good, it's a living pile of gears, Reese. The German war effort's so efficient, they don't even need to build the weapons anymore. They just send the gears. And they go mow down the French for him. God damn it, first came over the run. Reese, it's a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Literally. Oh, just the kind. It's shrinking. What? I'm very confused as to what the fuck this has to do. It's boot like Frankenstein's monster.
And you got the 3D physics on those gears.
3D physics are amazing.
It kind of reminds me of a Bionicle.
Yeah. I think I know the one you're talking about as well. Those ones that turned into balls.
Oh yeah. Basically Bionicle Droidka.
Yeah. Thank goodness its attack loses range the more gears fall off it. Yeah, it's shrinking. What the fuck up with that?
Or if this were Yu-Gi-Oh, it would be an Ancient Gear card.
It is though, Ancient Gear Golem.
Fucking hell.
Like, that's a thing that exists, Reese. Oh.
I remember Ancient Gear Golem, I had that card.
Oh good, Matthew will probably buy that off you. He likes his Ancient Gear Golem.
Had, emphasis on had.
Oh. Oh, it's dead. Yes. Let me just move away in case it still has collision physics.
Oh, you wonder what the hitbox is?
Yeah, I genuinely wouldn't put it past them to have hitbox while it fucking dies. Oh, God.
You thought, does the hitbox decrease as it keeps throwing more of its body at you, or does it just die if you stand to the side of the screen long enough?
No, because it does the windmill if you try and get behind it. Ooh, where are we off to next, Reese? Versailles Palace in France.
That's not where Versailles is. No.
I love... That's the episode opening. That's not where Versailles is. No.
That's too west to be Versailles.
Oh, God.
Why does it look like there are jungle trees with massive roots?
Because we're being attacked by the Triffids, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck's it. Throw the holy water out.
Versailles is a funny place. It's a seat of much animosity historically between the French and the Germans. Because everybody knows the Treaty of Versailles, but that was not the first Treaty of Versailles.
Treaty of Versailles 2. Versailles harder.
Yeah, so there was a Treaty of Versailles about a couple of hundred years before that, between France and Austria, whereby that if either Great Britain or Prussia, or both, would attack either France, Austria, or both, then one would go to war in favour of the other. So, for example, if Great Britain attacked France, Austria would declare war on Great Britain. Or if Prussia declared war on Austria, France would declare war on Prussia. So, in the Franco-Prussian War, when the French foolishly believed that they were still militarily capable, I need to verify this at some point, but there's the story I've heard of the French wearing bright blue uniforms in an age where there was no gunpowder anymore.
And getting massacred by machine guns.
Yeah, because the Prussians were heavily industrialised and they just rifle-stomped them.
I'm going to hazard a guess that that's probably true, based purely on the fact that I remember them bringing it up in an episode of Italia.
Yeah, there was the Paris gun. No, that was First World War, but it was either the First World War or the Franco-Prussian War, but they had this massive gun on rails that they had to put on the rail and then assemble, the massive naval gun that they assembled nearby, that they used to shell Paris at a great distance. And so there is a famous painting, the proclamation of the German Empire in the Hall of Mirrors in Versailles. So the humiliation of France in the Palace of Versailles, where obviously the French had signed a treaty against Prussia, Prussia being the strongest power that united Germany, because the King of Prussia became the Emperor of Germany, and of course Bismarck, Prussia and everything like that, you know that. So to humiliate them, they declared the German Empire and unified all the German states apart from Austria inside the Hall of Mirrors in Versailles. So naturally, the French decided that Versailles was the perfect place to end the German Empire and humiliate Germany. And then they got them to sign the surrender in a railcar, and then sign the treaty in Versailles. The Second World War, after Hitler storms into France, what does he do? He gets the railcar out of the museum. The same railcar that the Germans had to sign a surrender in. He gets that railcar out of the museum and gets the French to sign the surrender to Nazi Germany in that railcar. And then another bit of trivia, there is the Victory Column in Berlin. It's a monument to the three wars of unification. The German wars of unification against Austria, Denmark and France. And there are golden cannons around the outside, tiny little golden cannons. So when the French occupied parts of Berlin in the Cold War, they wanted to remove those from the tower because obviously they commemorate the Prussians defeating the French, but the other Allied powers stopped them.
So just while we're on the topic of France, random piece of trivia that has nothing to do with the First World War. So you know how like 15 of the French kings were all called Louis?
Yeah.
Let's hone in on Louis XI for a second. You know how, like, old kings all had, like, weird-ass nicknames?
Yeah.
Like, based on the rule? Do you know what they called Louis XI?
Not a clue.
They called him Louis the Universal Spider.
The what?
Louis the Universal Spider.
Why, was he a crafty little bugger?
Yeah, no, literally, like, they said that he had webs of conspiracies.
Brilliant.
Like, that's the greatest fucking nickname fuck, Xbox Live Gamer Tags? We peaks at Universal Spider.
Well, that's a nice little nickname because it's crafty.
Oh, God.
Spectacular Spider-Man, says Russian.
Oh, this isn't going to end well. And there's all the paintings of Louis on the wall. Those probably are like sprite versions of real paintings in the palace as well. You see him over there?
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to work out if there's supposed to be some like with Dorian Gray style photo. That's why you can't really make it out.
No, I think it's literally just because it's like because of the sprite art.
He's dropping lasers from the ceiling.
Oh, there's an eyeball up there. I'm trying to see if I can swing up there, but it's not happening. Curse you, giant French cathedral. And then I dies in the wine cellar, of course. Just wall him in there with the finest cask of Amontillado.
Why?
Have you seriously not read the cask of Amontillado?
No.
Oh, God, I know what we're introducing you to at some point then.
Oh, goody.
Oh, good, peasants, Reese. This one man's taking an unusual amount of punishment.
Oh, he's got a knapsack or something.
Just his potato sack full of bombs. Oh, God.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
This is clearly like an Irish soldier who's ended up in the wrong country.
Why would an Irishman just wind up in France and Versailles? And
I don't know, one too many drinks.
it reminds me of stories of people who accidentally fly to random countries.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get into.
Because there was one picture I saw of a man who was flying to meet his girlfriend in Indiana. And he texted her and he said, there's a problem. I've flown to India by accident.
Oh, prepare for pain trying to get up this. Of course.
Skellington's fly from the ceiling.
It's more just these stationary turret ones that the problem.
I think this is a combination of like Little Shop of Horrors and Jurassic Park. Because I'm just thinking of the. You've seen Little Shop of Horrors, haven't you?
Of course I have. The densest song.
Yeah, the big musical number at the end when the Audrey 2 is just talking in this massive plant. I'm just thinking of the skulls that are rising with just one stalk from the ground. Just imagine that as undead Audrey.
I'm pretty sure that one of the Castlevania games actually did have like an Audrey reference as a boss fight. Couldn't tell you which though.
So first we've gone to Day of the Triffids, and now we've got Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, God. Little Shop of Horrors is a weird franchise though. They had a children's cartoon. Like, not proper children's, but like Saturday morning cartoon in the 90s, I mean. And it's just like, who the fuck was asking for this? Oh, there we go. Oh, really? Why must you torture me like this, game?
It's a Black Knight again.
I was kind of... Oh, fuck. You can grab you... That's not good, Reese. Shit.
Just, like, is he trying to fence?
Either that or just punch, but like, he's so gangly.
You can't throw those potions at him, can you? You can only use those potions.
No, I've got Boomerang now instead.
Speaking of boomerangs, I'm suddenly reminded of that PS2 game, or that PlayStation game, with Tasmanian Tiger. Was it Ty the Tasmanian Tiger?
Yeah, I think I've got that somewhere. We could do that on the show at some point.
John, that'll take me down memory lane, wouldn't it? Ah. You remember that with the boomerang that was on fire?
Yes. Fucking Japanese archers in the middle of France die. What's with all the Japanese suits of armour?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because Japan was just walled off from the French for ages, and who actually got through to them was us, the English. So, it was I think it was the Dutch who traded with them initially, and then it was the English, now banned trade ports, and then they just closed themselves off to the French.
I got killed by a Segway.
Segway.
I got killed by a skeleton rising a fucking Daraway Reeds.
Meat.
On his hover round, painted teal, called the Capitalist Mobile. He goes rolling round the Walmarts, buying kosher for every meal.
Yeah.
Fucking 2012 Ghost.
Was it really that long ago? Oh, no.
Yeah, because he took his hiatus and then he came back. Oh, so I got hit by that ancient Japanese machine gun. I'm sorry.
Oh no, someone just watched The Last Samurai and decided to combine Japanese samurai armor with the modern Maxim gun that they brought over.
Oh shit, it's the face of Karl Marx.
His beard isn't long enough. In any case, destroy.
Yeah, I can't actually figure out how to hurt this fucking thing.
Destroy the lights.
Yeah, it's the only thing it's letting me hit at the moment. Fuck.
12 seconds later.
Oh, it is. It is hit the pillar.
Ah. You try not to get hit yourself.
Easier said than done.
Just summon PK Fire to destroy the pillar.
Oh my god, Reese. I just realised we're fighting a literal pillarman.
Oh, Jesus. Aye.
Awaken my master. Oh. Sadly, we accidentally destroyed a load-bearing pillar. Just the entire palace comes crumbling down. They're like, fuck it, I'm not paying the bill for that.
You walk out and you find out it's the Temple of Artemis.
Oh no.
You're possessed by evil spirits to destroy the Temple of Artemis.
Damn you, Herostratus. It's not in France. Oh god, I'm gonna do a fucking boss fight with no health now, aren't I? Yep. Fuck, it's the ghost of Marie Antoinette, Reese.
Is this you talking about cake again? Is this you looping it back to the start of this stream where you're talking about cake?
I mean, yes, but also literally. Oh no, it's Mothra! It's fucking Mothra! What? Reese.
I have absolutely no idea.
I'm actually speechless for once, Reese. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to be attacked by fucking Mothra in the middle of this. Oh. The funny thing is, I think that Mothra actually was in Paris in one of the Godzilla movies. So it kind of works. Gonna go fucking diva on her ass.
Burn the wings off.
I'd love to. Gotta actually get in range to hit her first. Oh. Fuck! Did it, yes!
Ooh.
Oh no! I realised why there's a giant moth. I realised why there's a giant moth now, Reese.
What?
Isn't Paris the city of lights?
Fuck's sake. We are not having both memes on this stream.
And on that great disappointment, it's time for us to end it there.